of the city of Sao Paulo to participate in this, so important event. To begin with, I bring a warm embrace from our mayor, Bruno Covas, who's a strong supporter of all our actions in terms of our secretariat. So I would like to thank him for for letting us do everything that we've been doing. Um, I was invited to talk about what we're doing in São Paulo in order to mitigate the impact of the the virus in our population with disabilities, with our in our persons with disabilities. And what I have to do is that, I mean, we're working in very many different fields in order to provide assistance to the persons with disabilities that most needed. So we are monitoring all the associations and organizations that work directly with persons with disabilities, as well as we built a center only for uh, persons with disabilities uh, that live in the streets, homeless uh, persons with disabilities, where we provide, besides all the normal services that you have in such centers, we have specific services directed to our public, such as repairing of wheelchairs and equipment that they might use in order to move. But I would like to change a little bit the subject, and not to talk about what we're doing in São Paulo, but to propose a new perspective on what's happening now, and especially what's happening with people with disabilities all over the world. These days, and it's true, people with disabilities are under a lot of pressure and are under many different threats. Not only the threat of not receiving, assistance, medical assistance when they need, but also we have the perspective of threats on rights conquered, very, very hardly along the last decades. We know that in such crises, I mean, when governments have to cut budgets, the people that need the most suffer the most as well. So we are under many different threats that we have to prepare ourselves to deal with them, and as well as we have to be united in order to have political power to resist and not to let our rights, any threats on our rights. But my proposition is different. Is in a different direction. In the midst of all this negativity or all these threats towards persons with disabilities, I see a great window of opportunities that the digital transformation and the fact that unfortunately, at least for the next months and perhaps years, we will live in a sort of or isolation. I mean, we're not going to have uh, the the contacts, the social contacts we had before. It will be a different sort of socialization. And I see a great opportunity for persons with disabilities in this scenario. Now, as you know, uh, you know, working at home, home office, telework, is a great opportunity for persons with disabilities, because the fact that we will have more virtual will be uh, living in a more virtual society. Uh, it, I understand that this sort of equalizes, makes everybody more equal. The fact that we don't have to socialize, which is a pity. But on the other hand, it offers us a chance of, being in the virtual world more equal, and to suffer less with the prejudice that, it's still, so so strong with persons with disabilities. So as I see, there's a great window of opportunity in the virtual world. I think, persons with disabilities will have the chance to be protagonists more than they are today in the virtual world. And um, you know, and this serves for persons with disabilities that now work in real in companies in the real world,
You
but
need to
also
wrap
for
up. You,
I know
Cid,
I'm concluding. I'm concluding.
good.
I'm concluding. I'm concluding. It's good for persons that are already active in society, but it's also, a great window of opportunity for persons with disabilities, talented persons with disabilities that can't live home, you know. So well, that's what I want to be my contribution. Again, to conclude, in the midst of threats and such negative things that are happening these days, I see a positive way out. A great window of opportunity for persons of disabilities in this virtual world, together with the digital transformation that we're going through.
Thank you.
That's it. Thank you very much.